Hello and welcome back. So last time I was attempting and failing to do a green circuit build. Also the biters went off and killed some of my trains, which made the base grind to a halt, which is sad. So what I did offline was I ran around the base, got all the trains running again. You didn't need to see that. And then swore quite a lot at this build. And then came up with a fix. Okay, so let's pull out a blueprint of a single module and we'll see how it works. Alright, so the issue I was having was that some of the machines weren't hit by 10 beacons because we had a gap. And we basically had a gap lined up with the center of the green machine or the center of the cable machine. Either way, when we did that, the out of alignment beacon didn't hit this because this is only touching that by a single square. This is only touching that by a single square. So moving either of these beacons loses you beacon coverage. You go from an 10 beacon build to an 8 beacon build. And it's a not very space efficient 8 beacon build. So what I did was I pulled these three in. Then this still touches the coil machine. This still touches the circuit machine. So this is a 10 beacon build. And the gap lines up with the column of beacons. That means that these things are now in stride. So there you go. And we can put one there. And the mirror of it. Is that the mirror? No, it's the same one again. Right. So you could put the mirror there. Cool, eh? Alright. Now, here is the full build. So, in the center, we have a single copper coin machine. It is in a cage of 10 beacons, so it's getting the full 10 beacon bonus. It's, should be getting a 10 beacon bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, it is getting 10. Okay, that's good. Otherwise I would cry. There's then a gap above just because of the way the strides work. No point putting anything in here. It doesn't really add anything. Then we can fit in 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of machines to one side. And initially I built it with 4 pairs of machines to the other side, but 3 is the right number because then that is 4 to one side, 3 to the other, that's 7. 2 columns, 14. Which now looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. That extra machine is in the middle. So we've basically made this into this. Right. And just to prove it, behaves, max rate calculator. So this is our 14 plus 1, so 14, 15. Nets out to 0 machines and is making just over 1.1k a second. This is also 14, 15, nets out at 0 machines and is making 15k a second. Now, I'm very willing to admit this is not the most compact build. We have this hole here. It's spaced out enough that we can actually power it with substations, which is never a good sign. However, this does make 15k circuits, right? So 30k if we double it up for left and right. Let's see if I can find an old window that was open. Okay. So, electronic circuits. We need to build 464,000 of them, which is intimidating. If we're going to do 10k, which is ridiculous. Okay, this build here will do So we'll double this up. That's 2 lots of 15.8. So that's 31.2 of those. So we need 10 of these builds to satisfy our green circuit consumption, which is just insane, isn't it? So I can't see a more compact build which doesn't use which uses direct insert. I can go down the 12 beacon build route where all the copper cable is moved around. I could do some weird hybrid with cable and being moved around on blue belts, but I've got a feeling that's just going to end up in belt spaghetti hell and not actually be smaller anyway. Let's pick that up. Anyway, so this is the build until we find a better build. I'm going to rip these up. They're not serving any purpose anymore. Okay, so let's blueprint this. There we are. We can put one down this side. The other issue with this is I can only get 2 rows. I can only get 2 rows of this for the depth of the drone ports. If I could get 4, then we would be very much in business. We'd have a lot more. We'd have a lot more building per module, and things would be a lot more compact. But I don't see a way to achieve that, to be honest. So this is a 10 beacon build. I'd prefer to be doing a 12, but I can't find a 12 with direct insert. And I can't find a 10 beacon build which is more compact. So that's where we're up to. Let's grab all this. Right, we can place this down on the other side. Is that centered? No, that's not centered at all because the build is offset. Let's rip that up. So let's try and center it again. Can we do any better with moving? So you really want to center it on the chests. If we put it there, all the chests are within logistics, I think. Let's see. So, sorry, I can't tab out of this at the moment because the my inventory is full because we're building. Okay, we can tab out of it now. Okay, so if we go up here, we have the most far chests over here. And that is bang on the edge of the logistics. Then down here, we have the most far chest, again, bang on the edge of logistics. So this is a perfectly fitting build. So we need to reposition this side. This will fill up my inventory, I would have thought, but we can then put this down. And we know that if we line up the rover port exactly on the edge, then that's exactly right. Is that directly? Yep, that's exactly on the edge. Okay. Let's see if I have anything more in the train to help build this. So I could take this back further, right? So there's room there to fit a drone port in, which would extend our range. Or I could put drone ports behind it to extend, so that so that there would be logistics coverage. That would let me get a second double row in, but I'm loath to do that. It kind of breaks my build pattern, and I just don't want to go down that route if I can avoid it. But I may be driven to it by the practicalities of how many of these builds I need. Okay, grab some more of those. So the real killer on this is that I can only fit 2 rows. If I could fit a 3rd row, then this would be a much more economic build. And let's just definitely make sure that I can't fit, because it's only going 2 tiles into the next bit, and we're dotting our chests all around here. Maybe there'll be an alternative where I shift this up and then we move all these chests below. So we'd have 3 chests on this one, we'd have 1 chest on this one, we could fit the substation in the gap. That would get all of our chests into the first row, and then we could put a 3rd row of... Let's give that a go. Okay, so let's do a corner one, see if it fits. And in the meantime, let's get rid of the blinking because it's really annoying. Okay. That's linking, so I'm not going to be able to do the power down stuff with this. Does this have no power? No, it doesn't. I've ripped up an important power pole, it seems. Right, I'll go there for now. Okay, so if we scoot down here, how else could we do this? So if we pull up that guy, then blueprint that much and pull it out. Okay, put that down there. Then blueprint that one, put it down there. So that's got all of these inserters into the front row. This is our output, so that's the least important one. So let's move that towards, move that one to the middle. Then that towards the edge, and we can put a substation there. So is this our new build? I have a feeling that this allows us to fit 3 rows rather than 2, which would then be a much more economic way of doing things. All right, so let's grub up these to there. Okay. And then grab this unit. That does work, I think. Okay, let's do the same here. So all of that can go. Then 1, 2, 3 stamps. Then let's see, can I do 1, 2, 3 stamps back there? Oh, brilliant. Okay. Right, so this is a much more economic build. We can fit a lot more in to the same amount of space. Then we may as well duplicate this. It is slightly overkill, but it's capped. Okay. So then we need to do the same rebuild for the other side. And of course, everything's a bit sideways. I'm feeling a bit seasick. Okay, move that to there. Good. Then we have it's annoying not having these inserters. I'm sure there's some in the train, so let's grab a stack of those. We haven't got any speed modules, nothing to do about that. And while I'm here, let's get an extra stack of those because that's not important. Okay, got plenty of beacons. Get another 100 stack inserters. How am I doing for assembly machines? I have 44. I think that's fine. Maybe I'm out of stacks already. Okay, let's go grab more stack because I don't want to be half. I don't want half a build here. Should have grabbed more. I had the inventory for it. Okay. And I don't need the filter inserters, but the train's full. Never mind. Right, so we need 2 incoming, 2 across, 1 outgoing. This is one of them chests. Thanks, autosave. Let's cap that at 2 stacks. Okay, so so we need to have inputs. The middle one is extra coil, and the innermost is plates. Then we can take this substation, put that there, that powers it. Okay, so this is our unit there. I can now rip up all of this mess down to there. Okay. So that fits there. The next one would be there. Next one's there. Next one's there. 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 Okay. Okay, and then we just need to fill in this beacon. And that's our revised build. I like that. So I can't ask the speed of it at the moment because I don't have all the parts. However, we can grub up that side. Okay, that should allow us to totally build this side. And then we can put down a clone of this. Let's take that. Maybe with the drone ports, that might help with positioning. Yeah, it did. Right, walk over to here. Great. So we can now ask the rate of this half. Okay, so this makes 23.7k, so the whole thing makes 47.4k. That's nearly 50k. That's a much more sensibly scaled build, I think. So not quite 50k, so I would need slight... let's find out. So I need 464,508. Four, 6, 4, 5, 0, 8 divided by the rate for this whole thing, which I've now forgotten. We're missing a speed module. I don't think that's going to make all the difference. Right, divided 4, 6, 4. 464,508. Divided by 2, 3, 7, 0, 9. That's how many. Four, 6, 4, 5, 0, 8. Oh, grief. Divided by. Right, I can't work this calculator. Four, 6, 4, 5, 0, 8 divided by 2, 3, 7, 0, 9. This is how many half builds we need. 19. So then divided by 2, that's how many full builds we need. Nearly 10. Nearly 10 of these builds. That's pretty intimidating. So, but it does mean this build is about right for a standard gigabase, which is obviously what our first milestone is going to be. So, yay for that. Do we have anything else missing here apart from our... Yeah, we're missing some beacons, but mainly speed modules. So I'll go grab the remaining beacons, put them down, and we'll have to wait for the main base to build more speed modules. My plan at the moment is just to get down one replicate of each of the things we need, up to the point where we can build speed modules en masse. So unashamedly, I'm going to use this copper iron, green circuit, red circuit, blue circuit, and the associated oil processing to make massive quantities of modules to then get everything else put together. I think that's probably the best way to go. So we're going to limp on using the stuff we can build with our small base, with our single row of speed makers and single row of prop mod makers, which is churning them out at some glacial rate. And then once we have, I was trying to figure out how to do a red build all in a line, but didn't get very far. Oh yeah, I did try extending this red build. You can see we go over the end of the concrete. And we are definitely producing more reds. Those more reds are going into making modules. Modules are being made. And are just being consumed as fast as they're being made. Everything else here is backed up, so we're good for reds now. Putting in the extra line really helped. There's various other things I can do to try and pull out excess from here into an extra line, but I haven't got around to it. What on earth are those two? Oh, we've got no speed beacons in there because they're all being taken up. It's not going to help. Anyway, I'm now just not doing anything on that. I'm just looking around the base to check it's all running, which it is. So this is a good place to stop. We have our green circuit build. It is intimidatingly not big, but it is perfectly ratioed. If we were to take out one of these, either that or that machine, since they're capped and it's only one machine in the whole build, I actually don't care. I'm just going to leave it in there. That should give us a slightly better than perfectly ratioed green build, which should be giving us our almost 50k a minute of green circuits, which is pretty cool. All right, thanks very much for watching. Thanks for watching the pair of episodes on green circuits and for putting up with me when I threw a hasty fit at the end of the last one and stropped off to get a bottle of wine. All right, see you again soon. We will probably be moving on to either the red circuit build or plastic or maybe refinery next. All right, bye-bye.